So the question remains, did I copy TikTok? Hey, what's up? Luke here, welcome back. Very nice to see your smiley faces. And today we're going to be talking what I think will be the best design for my new app lens. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure to watch my previous video where I explain in details what's the inspiration behind this project. The link is right here. But before we start, let's talk about what, in my personal opinion, makes a good app design. Here are 3 things I always look for in every app design. Number 1, when it comes to app design, people tend to stick to things they're familiar with, because most of apps are based on the same principle, the scrolling list, right? For social media, it's a list with boxes. The boxes contains the picture, or in case of Instagram, and text in case of Twitter. So if we were to introduce something new, people wouldn't like it that much. Not because it's bad, it's because people don't know how to use it. So it might not receive very good reviews. The second thing is Decluttered UI. The app needs to be simple in order for people to use it. What I mean by simple is things like we don't need every possible feature in every possible screen of our app. More than that, I think we need to hide those features that are not the core functionalities of our business. 10 years ago, we were designing apps to have the same button in 3 separate places doing the same things. Some of those apps are still alive and well today, and I'm very sorry for anyone who needs to use it. I had to develop some of those projects, but don't get me wrong, I wanted to change those things, but the business side of software development didn't allow me, and I had to spend a few hours to work out how these features are working, and till this day, I don't know 50% of features that were in the app. Third thing, and in my opinion the most important one, is the mobile usage optimization. Mobile apps should be designed to be used on mobile devices. Obvious! Let me show you what I have in mind. Most of us use our phones one-handed, using our thumbs. To make an app optimized for mobile usage, we need to take a look at this thumb zone heat map graph. This clearly shows where the most used elements of our app should be. I cannot stress enough how important that is. I see many apps that don't fit any of those patterns, and for example, all the buttons are on one side. This is not the optimal position for our thumbs to be. Following those principles, I think will make a very good app design that will be received well in every user groups. But in this devlog, I want to talk to you about UX and UI design of Lens. And since the last episode, I've made a few design decisions that I want to share with you. But before we dig into that, to make everything clear, I want to talk to you about differences between UX and UI design. So UX design. UX design technically is how users are interacting with your product. It's mostly implemented by wireframing things. So putting placeholder boxes in specific areas of the screen to mock how users will interact with the app. So UI design takes this wireframe and puts more refined elements on top of it, following some kind of branding guidelines. So knowing all of that, let's talk about Lens. The design concept for Lens came to me a few weeks ago. I was lying in bed with my phone and scrolling through my social media. Later I was writing bullet points for this video, and I wanted to check my statistics. I wanted to check what's the most used social media app in my case. And this is what I saw. TikTok totally destroyed the competition. I was very surprised by that. And I chose to steal like an artist and make my app in a similar fashion. Now, having this concept, we can focus on the core functionalities of Lens. So let's jump to Figma and write them down. As Lens is meant to be focused on content and its creator, I think liking and commenting should be at the top of our priority list. Then, of course, the user profile and follow button, content description, and finally adding a photo button. The rest, like search button and going to your own profile and other settings, are not that relevant, so they can be more hidden. So now, having them written down, we can bring back the thumb heat map and see where to place those buttons. So like and comment goes on a hotspot, that's for sure, somewhere here. And to utilize this hotspot more, I think having the follow button should be somewhere around here. Content description, I think it can be here. It doesn't interfere with the rest. I think adding photo can be on orange area. This is a core functionality, but I don't think it will be the most used one. People often like to watch the content rather than create one. So I think it can be here. Everything else goes on red. Now, using the magic of editing, let's see how the UI will look like. I really like how it turned out. The one thing I didn't expect is this small feature when you press anywhere on a photo and all the app controls are hiding, making more room for content to shine. I think it's a very nice touch and I really like it. Now Figma has this great feature where you can mirror the design on your physical device. So let's switch to the top-down shot and see how it looks like. So let's see if my design checks all the boxes. It's familiar because of TikTok. TikTok is implementing the list similar way. It's decluttered because we only can see the features that are really necessary. And the most important one, it's optimized for mobile. Look, my thumb is where it's supposed to be. Like, comment, follow. Everything is great in my opinion. I'm really happy with it. So the question remains, did I copy TikTok? Yeah, I think so, a little bit. But all tech companies influence each other. I don't think I copied all the homework, I just feel heavily influenced by it. So let me know what you think. How did I do? As usual, if you have any suggestions or you have feedback on the design, make sure to leave a comment. If you want to support me and my work, make sure to like and subscribe. And my friend also reminded me to tell you to hit that notification bell. It's not me, it's him. So thank you very much for watching, and if you're still watching, I think you're the best, and I want to thank you very much. And see you in the next episode. Let the code be with you. Bye.